Just got done with the most funnest class. Started early, ended late. That will be up there. Lesson 12 with McCrae. Again, there's five slots. There's like five people, and guess what? All five of those people that got it are already people that were clients or already had passwords who understand that. Yeah, it's kind of valuable to be able to see exactly what I do. I don't hide anything, um, or there's no secret that I'm not letting you in on. This is what I do. 12 classes. Today we fooled around with triangles. Oh, here, wait. Now that there's not a look down here. Come down to the banquet for the man. This is the problem that we ended on, and it was fun because um, we didn't talk about foil, although you'll see. And then also, it was fun is that they got the templates and made this and this, and he figured out that area equals 1/2 base times height, but he never heard that. He just did that and played with the material. See, that is what's called vertical alignment. In vertical alignment, what we have is the whatever the concept is broken down into parts, which then leads to degree of difficulty. So you start. We didn't start with this, right? We started with an x squared, 3x and 2, but bigger is funner, and we made problems back and forth, right? Where he got to make problems for me, and I made problems for him, and we had a fun time. All right, that's all available now. Currently on sale for $100. You get right now it's 12 lessons. It's eventually going to be 30 lessons total because there's 20 more coming, and I will load that up today. People that are already in there, all five. Well, actually, it's more than five because uh, Bree and her friends. Bree is McCrae's mom, and then his dad. They have friends, and of course, all of their friends can come for free, pretty much. Um, depending. But I mean, the idea is that he's got aunts and uncles, and he's got cousins, and anyway, they want to see what he's doing, and then friends of the family that are close, and so on. And then some of them, yeah, you want to see $100. You want to see what they're doing with and try to emulate with your own children. $100. So there's five left at 100. And like I said, right now you're going to go there. There's only 12 lessons because there's 28 more coming. Well, actually, that's not true. There's 18 more coming because the total is 30. And there may be more after that. We'll see. But for sure, there's this much. And right now, there's 12 lessons there. So there's 12 hours of actual instruction. And now, what we're going to do here shortly is what's that thing called? Calendry or whatever? We're going to set it up so that you can make an appointment with me if you would like some consulting. And you can schedule consulting, and I will consult with mom and dad rather than just do tutoring with children. Or if you're a teacher, or if you're another tutor, or if you're one of my, I don't know what you call them, clients or proteges that are out there teaching algebra or whatever it is that you're doing, doing the tutoring thing. Demand is high, and I have many people that went through some of my trainings that have turned around now and are, in fact, working with children for $60 an hour. I try to do groups, try to get four together. Anyway, but if you want to consult with me, I'll be giving you information on how you can set up a consultation, and those consultations will be cheap. But there's going to be, because my Trish is doing the same, and what's happening is a lot of people schedule an appointment for a completely different thing. She's doing health and stuff. Um, and they don't show up. So I'm going to have it's going to be $5 non-refundable, and then there'll be a fee on top of that. But the idea is that whether you come or not, I make $5, so I don't waste my day because she, schedules her time so that she can be there, and then the people don't show up. And she's only doing what are you doing, like 15-minute consultations? Pokey, Buggy,
Uh-huh.
what are you doing?
I'm eating salad.
No. How long are your consultations?
15 minutes.
And then do you do them longer or just 15 minutes?
Well,
Well, because you're setting up for something else, right? Because you would actually be setting, what you're doing is setting up to send, if it was, the situation was changed, you would be setting up to send them to me, right?
yeah.
Okay. In this case, I'm not setting up to send you to someplace else. You're coming to me. So anyway, it'll be $5. Um, and if you show up, then of course the $5 will be applied to the fee. So like if it's going to be $50 for an hour or $60 for an hour, it'll be $60 for an hour, dollar a minute. But not 75 or 100 or 120, which is some people are charging. It's going to be uh, 60 minutes, and then set aside 60 minutes. Maybe we use it the whole time. Might go a little longer, unless I have somebody that's coming right after you. Then I can't go longer. But we'll talk and ask me anything. Ask for advice. Sometimes once in a while, I get a parent with a specific issue. They don't need tutoring. They just have a specific issue that I can help with. And then there's also consulting with many other things that I can do besides math. And I don't do much of that kind of consulting. But if you have issues when it comes to your health, I can often offer because I'm an encyclopedia. And now, see, people are sure that I'm lying and that I'm not, that I must use hair color and I must go to the beauty salon or something, which is anathema to my generation. And the fact that I'm not gray and so on and so forth. Now, people, what do you do? Well, I'll tell you what I do. You won't do what I do, but if you ask, I'll tell you. Anyway, you can set those up, and I will have links here and maybe on Instagram because I hardly ever go to Instagram and on X, Twitter, right? And here. And then if you want to come and schedule an appointment, you can. And that'll be for, like I said, $60 an hour, $5 non-refundable fee. So then you'll be 5 and 55 past that. Um, or I think what I'll probably do is just do uh, 60, and if you don't show up, I'll refund you 55. We'll figure something out. Anyway, um, but for the most part, let's keep it mostly to math. And like I said, right now, what I have is 5 slots left at 100. And then what's going to happen is it's going to go to 125 for password holders, right? So your discount is going to evaporate and it's just going to be straight up 120. I don't care if you paid the 37, whatever. This was an early bird special. It's just going to be 125, and then everybody else, newbies as it were, are going to pay 250. And for 250, you're going to get PDFs. You're going to get links. Right now, there's not a whole lot of PDFs there, but there's more coming. But you're going to get on the pages. I mean, you'll get the password, and that password will take you to a page that currently has 12 hour. Well, actually, that's not true. It has 11, but there'll be 12 pretty much by the time you watch this. I'll have that one loaded up because I did another hour. So when that comes, because I haven't even gotten I haven't gotten the email that has the meeting notes, as it were, because I recorded the session, and it takes a little while for it to process and so forth. And anyway, once I get that, I'll download it, and then I'll upload it to YouTube's, and then I'll put it on my website, and you'll have that available here. And I know there's some of you guys that have already gone through all 11 of them, and you're waiting for the next one. So the next one's up tonight, or today, for sure. And like I said, and there'll be another one on Thursday, I think is the next one we're going to have if everything goes well, because there's school starting and there's all kind of stuff happening. But anyway, it'll be 1 or 2 a week until we get 18 more of them there, all for $250. Can you do the math? What's how much if I give you 30 lessons for $250? How much is that each lesson? And right now, you're gonna, even paying the $100, you're gonna get the 30 lessons. How much is that each lesson? That might have something to do with that number. But like I said, I only get away 10 of them. 5 of them have already been used up. So if you want 1 hour lessons for $3.33 an hour, there's 5 of you that are going to get that. And then after that, it's going to be 250. And then I'm going to, like I said, I've been putting off advertising, but I'm going to be doing some advertising here shortly. expect that there'll be quite a few more takers. Anyhow, be looking for the ability to schedule time with me, one-off deals when it comes to like consultation. You don't have to set up and make a commitment for $300 and 5 lessons and so forth. You don't have to make a commitment for lessons at all. And if you're doing lessons, or if you have base 10 blocks and you have questions, how can I do this, or when should I introduce that, or whatever, I can answer them. I've been doing this for 35 years. I've had pretty much a 100% success rate. Many of my students have gone on to get 100 and perfect scores in whatever it is, and GEDs or SATs, or and see, I don't have proof. You actually have to talk to them, but I don't have like pieces of paper and so forth. But like, say, Sarah, for example, she passed the compass test on her first try, no issue. It was easy. It was mostly algebra. A lot of quote unquote normal kids don't pass the compass test. I've had lots of students that took the compass test and passed it with flying colors. I've had lots of students that have placed out of all MCC's basic level classes. I've had lots of students that got hundreds on their tests, to the point where the liberal white woman couldn't believe that this person went from 35s and 40s to hundreds, and usually after 1 or 2 hours, not after like weeks and months. Right? After a couple hours, you clear up the confusion, which is put there pretty much on purpose, and suddenly, yeah, when they can get their hands on it, and when they can, hold a 30, 60, 90 triangle, and when they can get their hands on a, 45, 45, 90 triangle, right? And then figure out, oh yeah, look, we can turn it into rectangles, and we can take this piece and put it there, and so on. So we have experience for 1/2 base times height. But you're going to see, we did all of that today, and he never heard a squared plus b squared equals c squared, except when I was talking about it to the parent. But I didn't start off with that as the beginning of the lesson, because again, that's teaching backwards. He didn't hear 1/2, the area equals 1/2 base times height. What he heard was rectangles are easy to count and triangles are hard to count. So we turn our we turn our triangles into rectangles, and then the rectangles are easy to count. And then there's a formula, because it works every time. Okay, CroutonRamon'sHouseOfMath.com for more. Be looking for a couple of more videos like this, where I give you the details on how to set it up, because it hasn't been set up yet, but that's going to be next. Is after she finishes her salad, we're going to do I'm going to go over to the website and get it all set up so that you guys can make appointments if you want. And then what's going to happen is nobody's going to make appointments for a while, because nobody knows about it. Because Facebook, maybe 40 people will see this video, maybe. All right, CroutonRamon'sHouseOfMath.com for more.